Hello. If you're new to my channel, welcome. It's wonderful to have you here. Thank you so much for joining me. For this DIY, I'm going to be using 1.25 litre soft drink bottles, and what I've done is I've marked. I'm going up from the bottom to the marking point of 11 centimeters, and I'm going to be cutting that off there. So I've cut my bottles like that. I'm using this craft wire, which is a gold one, and I'm going to be cutting pieces so that I can glue them around the top. So I'm going to cut 2 pieces to fit around the top. I'm just marking that as well so that I can glue another piece of wire around on that section just there. So I've glued the bottom one on, and now we're going to glue another one there. And now on another bottle, I'm going to take some of these metallic studs and I'm going to be placing them around the wire that we've just glued into place. And then I'm just going all the way around. And then I'm taking a second piece of wire and gluing it on top of my metallic studs. And I'm going to be cutting that off. And we put that aside for later. I've cut a piece of wire off at 23 centimeters. It might be a bit long, but I'd rather start with something long. I'm just using my marker and I'm going to be making a circle at the top. So just like that. And then we're just going to rotate it and try and make it go as round as what you can get it to go. So a bit like that. And then we're going to start curving it to go in the opposite direction. Now you need to be making it so that it's going to fit in between your 2 wires. So you start curving it to make it go around at the bottom like that. So we keep going and see how we go. You have to just keep measuring as you're going. So that's looking quite good. And now we're going to finish it off by curling this piece under, and I'm going to be using the pen as well to get the circle to be nice and round to go inward. And then we can trim whatever excess is off. I've trimmed it all down and there is not an awful lot to trim off, so I'm going to stick with the 23 centimeters. And then all you have to do is to just shape this so that it can go round the bottle. And now make 8 of them and then just glue them together. I've done the reverse gluing together, so there's a little bit of a heart. So I'm just going to glue these ones together. Now I'm going to be using some of these flower rhinestones and I'm just going to be gluing them onto the places where we glued. So I'm just gluing those little pieces in. Just like that. And I'm doing that to all 4 of them. Now we can glue these ones onto the bottle, and I'm going to be gluing them on the metal pieces, the 4 points there. And the next one I'm going to be taking and gluing directly behind on the other side so that I've got them lined up like that. and then we glue these ones in. And the next one I'm placing between the two that we've just placed opposite each other, so they fit just like that. So just measuring, there you've got the same distance on either side, and then glue that one in. And the last one we're going to go opposite the one we just put in, and making sure that you've got the same distance on either side, glue this one in place. And now just take a small piece of masking tape so you can pick up all the little straggly pieces of glue, like spiderweb ones, so you can clean it all up. And this masking tape takes it off really nicely. In the middle of the two sets that we've got, I'm taking one of these acrylic roses, and I'm just going to be gluing that in the center, like that. And I'm going to be using some of these flower rhinestones, and I'm just going to be gluing them onto the places where we glued. And then next to the rose that I placed in there, I'm putting one there as well. And then I'm going to be taking some of these little teardrops, and I'm going to be placing one just in the center there. So like that. I'm going to do that to all four of them. I'm just going to be taking one single row of bling wrap, and I'm going to be gluing it just in line with the flower, like that. For the base of my vase, I'm going to be using the small piece that we made earlier. And now I'm just going to glue that onto the bottom of the vase like that, so that it doesn't look like a bottle. For the inner section of my vase, I'm just going to be using a 2-litre soft drink bottle, and I'm going to be cutting it off at the top and at the bottom. I've cut the bottle and split it, and now I'm taking it and just going to place it inside to get the right measurement, and then I'm going to be trimming that off. So my measurement goes exactly between these two ridges, so I'm just going to be cutting there. I'm squeezing the bottle in and collapsing it so that I've got about a 1/2 centimeter gap on the sides, and then I'm just going to tape that and put that inside. I'm just using clear sticky tape to do this. And now we've got it inside, and then I'm going to just put some glue on the end and glue it in place like that. I'm going to be using this glitter gravel, and it's a nice goldish color, and I'm going to be pouring it just in the sides where we just left this little gap here, so we're going to pour it all the way around inside. I'm just using a small funnel to get the stones down the side. I've got all the stones inside, but I'm not quite sure whether I actually like that. I might try and put some crushed mirror glass in instead. I decided that none of them look very nice, so I'm just going to modify the top. So what I'm going to be using are some of these small self-adhesive bling wrap, and I'm just going to be placing them up on the center line, and then one in the middle, and again up on the center line, and I'm going to be gluing some of the large roses in between like that. And then just glue them on all the way around. With this small little vase, you can actually use fresh flowers because it is a plastic bottle and will hold all the water. But I'm just taking my little roses that I spray painted gold, and I'm just going to be placing those inside like that. So this is the final look of my little vase and matching air freshener, and I've placed one of them in my entrance, which has got the gold flowers in, and the other one I've placed in my toilet area, and I've placed a bouquet of flowers in that one. And the next thing I'll be doing is I'll be showing you how to make the beautiful wall sconces. If you found this video helpful or you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Really appreciate it if you would subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.